I would definitely say that the main organized operation is that of the Muslim Brotherhood, which is an organization that's existed for over 100 years, set up in Egypt, that has set up branches all around the world. There's three capitals of Islamism today, one of them being Doha, Qatar, the other being Istanbul, Turkey, and the third being, ironically speaking, London, UK, which has become a safe haven and harbor of Islamists from around the world, where they have organized, where they have managed to arrange incredible levels of funding, and partially, obviously, using the goodwill of moderate Muslims through fundraising. So zakat being one of the five pillars of Islam, most of that will be raised by charities, organized charity groups that are linked to the Muslim Brotherhood. And the operations of the Muslim Brotherhood, we're now seeing the sort of the final level of the game being played, which is the four Gaza independents being elected to the Houses of Commons. Now, everyone knows that there are four Gaza independents sitting in the House of Commons because it's hard to ignore them because they're very loud. Now, what most people don't know is that there are multiple constituencies, boroughs, and at council level politics that have been severely infiltrated by Islamists at a local level. And we're seeing mass fraud being committed, electoral fraud. I mean, Tower Hamlets being presumably probably the most famous case of and the most well documented case of election fraud being conducted on British soil, and then large extraction of money, and we've seen that again. Unfortunately, we've seen it now in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, with the Somali community, of one of the largest fraud operations ever that has ended up funding Al-Shabaab and funding ISIS in Somalia. You know, American taxpayer money being used by a network of Islamists. Obviously, not every single Somali in Minneapolis is involved. It would have been a small minority of well-organized Somalis who figured out that the liberalism of Western nations, that which has made the West so great, is now also unfortunately leading to its downfall, because we have allowed large numbers of individuals who fundamentally operate in low trust conditions to abuse our high trust societies. And the period of the waking up period of realizing, because it's an uncomfortable truth. One doesn't really, the blank slatism of the left is a very nice concept. I would love to personally believe in it, but I unfortunately don't. There will be a waking up process of realizing that we cannot have a high trust society with a large number and an increasingly large number of low trust individuals.